Hello everyone, welcome back. What's up? Hello everyone, welcome back to a new YouTube cast. Today we're going to be having a look at a game recently played between Creator and Stats. And let's see what they're going to be doing exactly. As both players start with a low ground wall off here on Pillars of Gold, and we'll be heading into what seems to me a potential one gate expand, but both of them are also scouting very fast to probably stop the other guy from one gate expanding, which is kind of interesting. Fun to see the meta develop like this. The reason why one gate expand might be viable on this map is because of this thing, the ramp. A ramp leading up to the natural, of course, is always very useful to have. Both players, okay, this looks super meta in Korea right now. Like I feel like this is just what they play every single game on this map. Basically, you want to block your opponent's one gate expand and then try to get your own down ASAP. I'm curious to see if we're going to be seeing zealots from both players or just one player. Both will finish up the pylon, right? Yeah, there we go. We could even see a follow-up cybercore block. Should be possible. I'm not sure if you would still do that against a zealot though. I'd need to see that. I need to think about that. 2 probes being pulled here for stats. It's gonna lose him a little bit of gas income. As you see, one gas is completely empty. Full mineral saturation. Does want to get as many minerals as possible. We see a lot of gas being mined here for Creator, so might indicate some type of faster tech. He's also pulling two workers off, but still mining a little more gas. Do we have a follow-up core block? Yes, we have a follow-up core block. So this is I guess pretty standard now on this map and probably Golden Wall, where you also have a ramp leading down from your natural towards the lower ground. I think this should be relatively common, or it should become relatively common. With the new battery, of course, it's going to be a lot easier to keep these bases alive against any type of all-in, any type of pressure. Now we see both players also opening up with a Stargate. Could be heading into a Phoenix Mirror. Could also just be for Oracle Twilight stuff. Blink has gained immense popularity over the last, well, I want to say 5 to 6 weeks or something like that. Just simply because with Blink, you can A, get map control, and B, it's very easy to get a faster third base without having to worry about too much. You're safe from any type of harass, whether that be oracles or immortal drops. So you're really kind of safe against everything, and you have a lot of opportunity for counterplay if you play against something like Robo or just Stargate Opener. So we're going to see Oracle into Twilight straight away here for Creator, while from Stats we're just going to be seeing an Oracle for now. Battery does go down. 2 batteries actually going down, so Stats playing it quite safe. Creator playing with a little more risk involved, and thus allowing him to get a faster Twilight Council. Does mean that he's going to need to have units in position in case there ever will be an Oracle. I mean, right now he has a single Stalker. There's going to be an Oracle on his side of the map pretty soon, and he can really only defend 1 mineral line. Well, he can't even defend 1 mineral line. He has a single Stalker, so this Oracle from Stats is probably gonna do a little more damage than he could have imagined. He flies in between the natural and the main. This is just 7-8 workers that will go down, like no questions asked right here. Oracle will be able to get out. So this is absolutely terrible for Stat, or for Creator, excuse me. 7, 8, yeah, it's 9 workers go down. No questions asked, only loses a couple of HP on this Oracle. Now on the other side we also see an Oracle going pretty ham. But of course there the battery helped out a bunch at least. See battery overcharge even being used, but still 5 workers do go down, so this could have been a lot worse for Creator, but it's still pretty freaking terrible. Now Oracle Stats once again coming in, will get 2 more workers, and might actually lose the Oracle here though. Yeah, there he goes. Oh yeah, that's a little bit nasty. Now what do we have? Still 1 Oracle alive for Creator. There is a Dark Shrine being proxied on the map right now, so follow up Dark Shrine. Now this is interesting, because the moment this Oracle isn't in position or doesn't have energy, the game could just end with the DTs. It's completely possible. Well, it's even very likely that it will happen. I mean, there's no robo. Oracle is very, very poor for detecting stuff. It's only 25 energy these days, the Revelation, but the cooldown is pretty long. He's actually gonna scout it, isn't he? He's scouting completely around the map, making sure there's no pylons hidden. Nothing weird is going on. Okay, yeah, that's it though. He's not gonna keep scouting. He's gonna try to go in, maybe cast a Revelation. Yeah, there we go. Does lose him a little bit of energy there. There's only 30 energy left on this Oracle. What's he gonna do now? This Oracle is absolutely vital to the survival of Creator. And so far it seems like he's not gonna be in the correct position. Now, there's one thing that is helping him, and that is that he has a wall here, and he has a Zealot in the wall. So, as long as there's no Prism, the DTs will need to walk through the front. This Sentry is here as some type of backup with a force field as well, so... Actually, maybe this is kind of okay. I mean, keeping a third base alive is gonna be hard, because, well, there's really not that much going on. There's 2 Revelations on this Oracle, and there's 2 DTs on the way for now. Now, the moment he sees the DTs, he should be able to throw down something. I don't think he should go in here. He definitely should. Oh, but that's a mistake. Wait, why is he attacking this? Okay, force field gets cast. He will... I don't... Okay, he's gonna get it. I think, at least. The new Revelation is pretty short, so you gotta be really quick at catching it. There it goes. Does die. DT gets in the natural, though. Probes get pulled. Blink Stalkers. Immediately blink back as well. 3 workers will end up falling, but... I mean, for the price of 2 DTs, that's as decent as it's gonna get, isn't it? There's a 3rd DT on the way right now. We once again have the Zealot being positioned in the wall. This is absolutely beautiful. Is Creator paying attention? Does he see it? Does he see it? No, he's not paying attention. Look at that. That little DT has a plan. It's probably gonna be hiding at the 3rd base. Should not be attacking any kind of pylon though. Just be going towards, yeah, behind that mineral line. That's what I'm thinking. That's a good play right there. On the other side of the map, we have a Robo coming down. Down in upgrades, as a lot of the gas was invested, of course, in these DTs. Stats is becoming a little aggressive, though. 10 Stalkers out, 1 Immortal as well. Seems like he's gotten quite the lead here. DT does end up falling without getting anything done. Maybe got a single worker. Didn't quite catch that. So here we have 2 clashing styles. We have the... I guess we could call it the old school style with the charge, the blink, well, the charge at least, perhaps go into some Archons. On the other hand, we have the Robo Bay, which once again, it really has only been gaining popularity ever since Blink became popular, and that's with the battery overcharge buff. Well, with the introduction of the battery overcharge, really. And we're going to be seeing some disruptors being built. Let's see how good Stats is going to be at using them. As the game has calmed down a little bit, there's not that much happening right now. If we take a look at the situation here, I'm gonna give a small edge for Creator. Creator has probably has some type of timing in which he can do some damage. He has an army that is gonna be great at attacking, with a lot of charge lots against Immortal Stalker. And this Disruptor isn't going to be enough to stop it. You're going to need more than a single Disruptor to stop this army, because this amount of Stalkers will be able to 2-shot a Disruptor after blinking in. So you're going to need at least 3 Disruptors in order to survive this type of army. Now, 2nd Disruptor is about to be out, and I don't really see Creator making a push across the map. I don't think he's extremely sure of his position currently. We see a couple of cannons going down. We see... actually, just a single cannon going down for now. Stats on the other hand is getting a lot of cannons. DTs are, or Dark Shrine is down at least, but just going to be used for Archons here for Creator. Creator being a little bit too passive in my opinion. Whenever you get this army against someone playing Stalker Disruptor, you want to be active, you want to establish map dominance. Perhaps take a fast forward base. You definitely want to be clearing up this little hideout on the left side. He's not quite aware of it yet. Here comes the push out. It's a little bit late. There's no prism with it, or at least not that I'm aware of. No, prism on the way now, but that's too late. Of course, should be there with the push. Robo Bay as well as 2nd robotic facility comes out, and here comes the 4th base. Now, he is establishing map control, which is good. The problem is at this point there is a decent disruptor count out. That still needs to be very, very careful. If he misses one shot, oh wow, that's a very aggressive blink actually. I'm a little bit surprised by that. I think this is a bluff by Stats. I don't think he can actually fight that well with his army. It's pretty tiny. I think this fourth base should be pretty easy to pick off here for Creator. I mean, once he has that Prism with him, he should be in a somewhat decent spot, I'd say. A couple of Stalkers in the main base here for stats, making sure that a Prism will not be able to do anything. We don't see the same respect coming out of Creator, but he has better map vision as he has a pylon here. He'd see anything coming to his main miles in advance, or years in advance. Blink DT. Huh. Wait, what's happening? Oh, the DT in the natural, actually. Stats realizing that there's no cannon. Sends in the DT, it's gonna do some work. Actually gonna do some real work. There is a cannon in the main base, of course, so not going to be super useful to go there. Staying in the natural probably would have been better. For a Stalker being caught in a stasis trap, and Stats is the one with map control now. He has a decent disruptor count. He is aware of this little run by, or this little Prism harass. GT will end up falling. Dark Templar Blink is getting very close to being done. Observer Speed started for both players as well. This is the new world, my friends. Observer Speed, Blink Dark Templars, and Disruptor versus Disruptor. We have a single Phoenix coming out for stats here, making sure that he can catch this Prism. Which actually is kind of a big pickup. 4 Stalkers do end up going down, leaving this base very vulnerable right now with absolutely nothing to defend it. Stats needs to go back. Even with battery overcharge, I believe this won't be it. Yeah, the rest of the army comes in. The cavalry will be able to hold off, but this allows Creator to move in position. He's too afraid though. He established some type of map vision, some good spots here. He's lacking some vision here perhaps, and more forward, but he really knows what's going to be happening in this game, or should know what's going to be happening in this game. Observer flies into Stats' army and dies. That's not great. Dark Shrine still up here for Stats as well, as we have Stats once again being very aggressive. This time I like it very much. He has better map control than before. Some zoning, purification novas being sent out here. Trying to slide down towards this base. Oh. Bates had a couple of things there. Good revelation being cast on this army. Should make Creator a little more ballsy in his unit movement now that he knows what's going on. What's the disruptor counts here? We have 8 against 7, 28 Stalkers against 19. But there's more Immortals, and there's still an Archon on the side of Creator. Now, a lot of people won't think of that as too useful, but I actually think having... okay, that's 1. It could be 2. Yeah, 2 Disruptors go down. Having Immortals and Archons is actually really useful for both defending as well as doing run-bys yourself. A couple of good trades here for Creator. Poor Creator still not aware of this Dark Templar over there, this Dark Shrine. Stats' Observer's giving a lot of vision right now, really helping him out. Really gets quite a lot of Observers. 3 Observers are out, decent Disruptor shot, at least good enough for zoning purposes. I bet these are DTs. No, just Zealots, 2 DTs being warped in. 2 hallucinated Phoenixes, as both players are taking a 5th base right now. Some massive hits that I completely missed. 12 Disruptors left over here for Creator, and about 2 for Stats. Now, there is still a pretty decent army supply for Stats though, so Creator still needs to be careful. Creator just keeps hitting the big shots. Stats playing very, very sloppy here. He is... Actually, I was gonna say he's transitioning into Tempest as well, but that actually is Creator. Creator transitioning into Tempest way faster with the Stargates here. He's blinking forward. These Disruptors can be used to zone almost indefinitely. We have a big run-by squad being set up here as well. DTs, Immortals, Archons. This is what I was talking about earlier. Now, Disruptors are not being too useful as of yet, but this base is absolutely gone. Now, on the other hand, we have Stats also doing quite some damage over here. This 3rd base will most likely fall. There is an Observer with this army. Are we going to be seeing a recall? No, not yet. No recall coming out of Creator. So Creator's just going to keep soldiering on for now. Disruptor does fall, and Stats with an inferior Disruptor number getting the good trades right now. Creator heads back with a part of his army, but not before his 3rd base dies. Tempests are going to be cleaning up this run-by. One of those sentences you've always wanted to say, but never really had the opportunity for. This doesn't look absolutely brilliant for Creator anymore, as he's gonna be down a base, but income still very even. Worker count very close. I feel like once this base gets properly saturated, though, Stats might be looking at a bit of a lead here. There is a better army composition right now for Creator, but it's also a little less mobile. I mean, Tempests are really, really good against Disruptors, don't get me wrong there, but it's also very, very important for him to be able to deal with these split armies that Stats seem to be such a fan of. Here we once again have it, couple of Archons, bunch of Zealots on the left side, and then the rest of the army going towards the right. This base seems to be in trouble. There's no vision whatsoever here for Creator, so it's going to be kept pretty much in the blind. Kept in the dark. Creator is pushing forward on the other side as well, so once again players will be trading bases, but not quite having a base trade. As this, I guess this was the third base now, and as this gets cancelled, this is gonna get cancelled unless we'll see a recall. Stats happily keeps expanding towards the right side of the map, knowing that he has 2 Disruptors here, which might actually be key in defending whatever it is that Creator's throwing at him. Creator is aware of it though. Oh, Disruptor shots not being used whatsoever. What a mistake by Stats actually. That could have been a big game changer. We still have a Zealot doing some work here. Stats is actually the one going to go back. Not quite sure about that. Ooh, split army here coming out of Creator. Very sloppy unit movement. He's gonna get massively surrounded and loses his Tempest, loses majority of his army. There's still a couple of Disruptors here in the back. Hello? No, not gonna be used whatsoever. Creator still at 135 supply after all of those mistakes. He still has a decent army. His Disruptor count is low. He doesn't really have anything to contest the ground army right now, but Archons are kind of tricky. Especially once the Disruptor count starts growing again. Right now they're gonna be great, but once you get 6-7 Disruptors out, Archons are just a massive target. They're very difficult to miss. They're very difficult to micro back. It's the ultimate unit to die in the hands of the Disruptor. Now, of course, we do have Stats with what seems to be 5 bases, 2 of those mining, 2.5 of those mining. Make that 3. Three full mining bases, I guess. And that's kind of an issue here for Creator, who is going to be stuck on 1.5 for now. Does have a mothership though, does have better tech. Is lacking just a little bit in the Disruptor count. Still at 3. It's not really producing much of anything at this moment. More DTs being warped in, not sure why. Everything is invisible already. Mothership will be able to scare away Stats' army for now. Stats is just gonna come in from 2 sides, I think. I mean, there's no real need for Stats to get anything done, so he can play this very patiently. Like, there's absolutely no need for Stats to be keen on doing damage here. He's outmining his opponent heavily. So he's just going to be trying to take some minor trades. Hopefully a little bit better than losing the 3 Disruptors that he just did here. Actually has no Disruptors remaining at this point. He doesn't have any detection. Ah, okay, wait, there's 1 Observer. I mean, this Stalker army is going to be too big now. Battery Overcharge is being used. Pushes back Stats, at least temporarily. I think he's going to go for a big surround on this army. I would love that actually. No, he's just going to leave more Stalkers at home. I wouldn't mind if he tried catching this, but... Oh, well, you can't win them all, I guess. You can't win them all. Stalker army is going to, I guess, set up for some type of flank. Now, as long as there's no Mothership on the side of Stats, it's going to be really difficult to fight and engage, as Stats really has no knowledge of where the Disruptors are going to be in this army. Without Oracles especially, it's going to be really hard as well. Here's a single Zealot actually distracting the entirety of Stats' army. Stats is going to be completely out of position right here. He has no clue of what's happening. He's going to be losing this base. He is expanding, double expanding towards that left side. He's probably going to engage into a semi-base trade of sorts. Oh my god, this DT warping was so good. Zealots absolutely bugging out against the DT. Lose 7-8 Zealots for free. Still a big army here on the left side. better upgrades for Creator. Let's see if they are going to be working out here for him. So here comes the flank that I was hoping for earlier. He's gonna need to be careful that he doesn't just lose this entire Stalker army before the flank really commences. Stats should probably blink towards the right side here. Yeah, just like that. Just keep trading against these pure Stalkers. As Stats gets in position with his main army right now, as he's trading out Stalker for Stalker. It's gonna be blinking on top of that pylon. 2 Robos, 2 gates, a Stargate and a Cybercore all get depowered. That's the closest pylon if I've ever seen one. We have, oh, a good blink on that Disruptor. Does end up falling. 1 Disruptor on the side of Stats. Oh, jeez. 6 Observers right here. Mothership has not started yet for Stats. He instead keeps getting more and more Stargates. 1 more Stargate on the way. Hasn't really been using it though. Interesting blink there by Stats. I wouldn't mind if he actually goes for a base trade here. Yeah, I absolutely love this. He has 7 bases. These 2 bases can just happily die as long as he gets some type of trade that is even just semi-worthwhile, because he's going to be outmining his opponent by so much. A lot of the probes here are falling for Creator, who seems to have drawn his last breath. I am afraid that this is going to be it. The Mothership moving back, most likely preparing for a recall. Setting up some type of flank. The problem with the recall on the Nexus, of course, usually is that it's kind of easy to run away from. So I love that he's sending the Mothership back. It's going to be a moving recall here. It's going to be way easier for him to get some type of surprise flank or whatever going. Yes, Stats definitely wasn't prepared for this actually. Good Disruptor hit. Not going to be enough for now, but man, it's absolutely beautiful play. Here we have a recall coming out of Stats as well. Stats just keeps expanding though. He's like, alright, that's cool. You killed 2 bases here, but I also killed 2 bases of yours. And you only have 1 remaining. Stats still has, well, 5 over here, then the 6th one over here, which is in a very off-position location right now. There is a bunch of Disruptors which should be able to stall this army. Hell, I think the Disruptor should be able to just kill that army. I mean, there's only 3 Disruptors here for Creator. 104 army supply against 125 though. So does Stats really want to risk it? He's up 40 army supply at this point. But he could also just go for the base trade and go for the more secure kill. It seems like he wants to fight this army. A couple of Disruptor shots, 2 will hit. You have a Creator slightly out of position with these Stalkers as well. Could actually get this. Wow, great Disruptor hit there. Gets 2 of the Disruptors. Boop. Beautiful pickup. They're actually doing quite some work. Stats actually, with these Disruptor shots, should just be able to kite Creator forever. I mean, the Tempest are good, but they're not really gonna be good enough, right? I doubt it. I feel like at this point Stats could just turn around. He doesn't really want to risk it, of course, but it is possible for him to turn around at this point. There he goes. Disruptors firing their final bullets as well. Blink forward from Creator, but that's not going to be enough as the Mothership falls. GG gets called, and Stats will win this very long macro game of PvP on Pillars of Gold. Now, if you did enjoy that video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Smash the like button, as that helps me a lot, and leave a comment down below. What did you think of the series? Who do you think is the better player? Wow. See you all next time. Bye bye.